A Day in the Life of Sarah, Section 1, Morning Routine. Sarah woke up to the sound of her alarm clock buzzing. It was 7 a.m. on a sunny Monday morning. She stretched her arms and slowly got out of bed. Her cat, Whiskers, was already awake and waiting by the door. Sarah walked to the bathroom, washed her face, and brushed her teeth. The cool water felt refreshing, helping her to wake up fully. After getting dressed, she went downstairs to the kitchen. In the kitchen, Sarah prepared her breakfast. She decided to make a smoothie with bananas, strawberries, and yogurt. She also brewed a cup of coffee, the rich aroma filling the room. While she sipped her coffee, she checked her phone for any new messages and scrolled through the news. Whiskers meowed loudly, reminding her that it was time for his breakfast too. Sarah poured some cat food into Whiskers' bowl and watched him eat happily. Section 2, Going to Work. By 8 a.m., Sarah was ready to leave for work. She grabbed her bag, made sure she had her keys, and headed out the door. The weather was perfect, with a gentle breeze and clear skies. Sarah enjoyed her short walk to the bus stop. She liked observing the neighborhood in the morning, the birds chirping, the flowers blooming, and the friendly faces of her neighbors. When the bus arrived, Sarah found a seat near the window. She plugged in her earphones and listened to her favorite podcast while watching the city wake up. The bus ride took about 20 minutes, and Sarah used this time to relax and mentally prepare for the day ahead. She arrived at her office building at 8:30 a.m., greeted the security guard, and took the elevator to the third floor. Section 3, At the office. Sarah worked as a graphic designer at a marketing firm. Her office was bright and modern, with large windows that let in plenty of natural light. She enjoyed the creative atmosphere and the collaborative projects. Sarah greeted her colleagues and sat at her desk. She turned on her computer and reviewed her tasks for the day. Her first task was to design a brochure for a new client. She sketched some ideas on paper before starting on the computer. Sarah loved the process of turning a blank page into something colorful and engaging. She worked diligently, occasionally taking short breaks to stretch or chat with her coworkers. Around noon, Sarah and her friends decided to go out for lunch. They walked to a nearby cafe that served delicious sandwiches and salads. Sarah ordered a chicken Caesar salad and an iced tea. They sat outside, enjoying the pleasant weather and each other's company. Lunch breaks were always a nice way to recharge and catch up with friends. Section 4, Afternoon Work. After lunch, Sarah returned to the office feeling refreshed. She continued working on the brochure, making adjustments based on feedback from her manager. By mid-afternoon, she had completed the design and sent it to the client for approval. Sarah then moved on to her next project, creating social media graphics for a new campaign. Social media graphics required a different approach, focusing on eye-catching visuals and clear messages. Sarah enjoyed the challenge of creating something that would stand out in a busy online world. She used vibrant colors and bold text to make the graphics pop. Time flew by as she immersed herself in the work. At 4 p.m., Sarah attended a team meeting. They discussed ongoing projects, upcoming deadlines, and shared ideas for future campaigns. Sarah liked these meetings because they provided a chance to collaborate and get feedback. The team was supportive and always willing to help each other improve. Section 5, Evening Routine. By 5:30 p.m., it was time to head home. Sarah packed her things, said goodbye to her colleagues, and caught the bus back. The evening commute was usually quieter, and Sarah enjoyed listening to music while reflecting on her day. When she arrived home, Whiskers greeted her at the door, purring loudly. Sarah changed into comfortable clothes and decided to cook dinner. She made spaghetti with marinara sauce and a side of garlic bread. While the pasta boiled, she chopped vegetables for a salad. Cooking was one of Sarah's favorite ways to unwind. The process of preparing a meal was soothing, and she loved the delicious results. After dinner, Sarah cleaned up the kitchen and settled on the couch with a book. Whiskers curled up beside her, content and sleepy. Sarah read for an hour, getting lost in the story. It was a thrilling mystery novel, and she couldn't wait to find out what happened next. Section 6, Relaxing and Unwinding. Around 8 p.m., Sarah decided to watch a movie. She picked a light-hearted comedy that she had been wanting to see. Watching movies was another way she liked to relax after a busy day. She made some popcorn and got comfortable on the couch. The movie was funny and heartwarming, and it made her laugh out loud several times. By 10 p.m., Sarah was starting to feel sleepy. She turned off the TV and got ready for bed. She brushed her teeth, washed her face, and changed into her pajamas. Before turning off the lights, she took a moment to jot down a few thoughts in her journal. Writing about her day helped her reflect and set goals for tomorrow. Sarah climbed into bed, feeling content and at peace. She thought about the productive day she had and looked forward to what tomorrow would bring. Whiskers settled at the foot of the bed, and soon they were both fast asleep, dreaming of new adventures. Section 7, Weekend Plans. As the weekend approached, Sarah began to think about her plans. She loved spending her weekends exploring new places or trying out new activities. This Saturday, she planned to visit the local farmers market. It was one of her favorite weekend activities, as she enjoyed browsing the fresh produce, homemade goods, and unique crafts. She also planned to meet her friend Emily for brunch at a new cafe that had just opened downtown. They had been friends since college, and Sarah always looked forward to their weekend catch-ups. They would talk about everything, from work and hobbies to travel and personal goals. On Sunday, Sarah decided to take a day trip to the countryside. She enjoyed hiking and being in nature. The fresh air and beautiful scenery always rejuvenated her. She packed a picnic lunch and planned a route through a scenic trail she had read about online. It was going to be a relaxing and invigorating weekend. Section 8, Reflections and Future Goals. As Sarah thought about her life, she felt grateful for the balance she had achieved between work and personal time. She loved her job and the creative challenges it brought. Her colleagues were supportive, and the work environment was positive. Outside of work, she made sure to prioritize activities that brought her joy and relaxation. Looking ahead, Sarah had several goals she wanted to accomplish. She wanted to learn a new language, travel to new countries, and perhaps even start a blog about her adventures. She believed in setting goals and working towards them steadily. It gave her a sense of purpose and direction. Sarah knew that life could be unpredictable, but she was determined to make the most of it. She valued her health, her relationships, and her passions. With Whiskers by her side and a positive outlook, she felt ready to take on any challenges that came her way.